Hello and a warm welcome back to everyone joining us as we get Germany's third division and its new season off to a flying start with an absolute cracker, a football fest as they call it in Germany, here in the Fritz-Walter Stadium, the home of FC Kaiserslautern, of course, and they welcome third division new boys Dynamo Dresden in what should be a mouth-watering encounter and the perfect way to get the new season rolling again. Well, it's two teams here with, well, very different seasons. Of course, Dresden, last season, we're talking about Dresden dropping down from the second division into the third, surrounded by a little bit of controversy as well. Just really struggled on their return from the COVID-19 break that put a pause or to a stop to football worldwide, and when they came back, well, it was just too many games in quick succession, and a thin squad as well made life very, very difficult for them. And Markus Kauczynski, who took over at the back end of last season, was given a very, very difficult task. Dresden have stuck with him though and look to Mr. Kauczynski to bring Dresden back into the second division. First time asking. And if their most recent performance, that in the DFB Pokal, is anything to go by, well, they look like they certainly mean business. Dresden beating Hamburger SV by 4-1 to knock them out of the competition and keep the black and yellow Pokal hopes alive. But it's going to be a tough test here against Kaiserslautern. Kaiserslautern looking to do a little better than they did last season, finishing mid-table in 10th in what was arguably one of the most exciting leagues in world football. Right down to the last day of the season, last kick of the ball, there were a number of anywhere between 7 and 9 different teams all still in the running for promotion. In the end, it was Braunschweig and Duisburg who went up into Division 2. And, well, it could be a similar battle amongst the majority of this table this year as well, and should make for some fantastic games. But what a way to kick things off. Both teams nearing the kickoff now. Nice to see some fans back in the stadium as well. Not quite a full house, nowhere near really. Just under 5,000 allowed into the stadium here today, but already you can hear the difference that even a handful of fans can make. And it's nice to have a little bit of atmosphere back in the stadium as well, as the game is now about to kick off. Well, even though it feels like there hasn't been too long of a wait this pre-season, because there wasn't really much of a pre-season with all those games and leagues having to be finished after that break to the action. It's still nice to have competitive football back again, and it's an absolute pleasure to have you here with us for this, well, grandstand opening rather than finish. Absolutely fantastic stuff here. Home side playing from right to left here in the first 45. Both Kaiserslautern and Dynamo Dresden amongst the favourites to be pushing for promotion this season. Both will be looking to get off to a promising start and try and get some momentum going here in Germany's third division. Dresden will be looking to take that cup momentum with them into the new campaign here. Well, already you can hear the fans getting involved. And already it's just added that little bit more fire to the match, hasn't it? It really is incredible how much of a difference a full house can make. when even just a percentage of that is already having a real effect on the atmosphere here. And the players just feed off it, don't they? Of course, also nice that those teams playing at home get a little bit of that advantage back when it's an empty stadium. The home advantage of football almost goes out the window, doesn't it? Dresden with a free kick here. Dresden, of course, with a new captain in the form of Sebastian May. Did start his career with Dresden as part of the youth setup before moving elsewhere to try and develop his game and further his professional career. Now returning to don the captain's armband of his hometown club, having only just joined in the summer. Joining from Hallischer FC, of course, so Mai with plenty of experience in this division, which is one of the many reasons he was brought into the fold and handed the responsibility of the captain's armband straight away by Markus Kauczynski.
Sehr gut mitspielender Torhüter, der in dieser dritten Liga sicher zu den Top 5 gehört seines Fachs.
New man in charge at Kaiserslautern as well, of course, Boris Schommers, being handed the manager's role.
Alles relativ kompakt im Zentrum. Cifci und Bachmann gesellen sich dazu Tim Rieder.
Did get one season under his belt with Kaiserslautern. This now his second run at it, and he'll be looking to get Kaiserslautern back to where many in German football feel they belong, and that is the upper divisions. Have struggled lately.
Muss sich noch beweisen in Liga 3. Lennart Grill, die Nummer 1 ja zu Bayer Leverkusen.
Spajic handed the opportunity to impress now with Kaiserslautern, with Lennart Grill leaving the team in the summer. Linking up with Leverkusen, the young German keeper. And Kaiserslautern able to bring some new faces in, the likes of Hlusek, Ritter, Pourier in the starting lineup today, of course, from KSC on loan. Rieder and Winkler, some of the big names they've been able to add to their ranks. Good run there out wide, and that will be a free kick. Will picking up a yellow card, or should I say Will. Paul Will, of course, spent his football youth days with Kaiserslautern, a team he knows all about, of course. And Zuck, a forward player, looking to try and swing one in here. Put Dresden under pressure early into this game. Hendrik Zuck with the delivery. Good header away at the near post there. Dresden looking to break quickly, but Kaiserslautern doing well there. Cifci with an effort from distance, but took a slight deflection which took all the pace off the shot as well. Well, lively start to this game, exactly what the doctor ordered.
Ein pfeilschneller Außenspieler, der jede Menge drauf hat, das auch schon in der dritten Liga gezeigt hat. Bei Wien Wiesbaden zum Beispiel. Also wenn der zündet, dann siehst du nur die Staubwolke. Also Anspiel.
Oh, handball. The fans definitely helping the referee with his decision there. It took some getting used to not having the sound of any fans in a stadium. Now it's gonna take a bit of getting used to having them back again, really.
Die Hand von Jonathan Meyer, also kann man schon so machen. Deswegen Freistoß, FCK.
FCK here looking to build up from the back. Decent football being played. Both teams starting well, but the home side definitely on the front foot here. Well, no free kick, says the referee. Play allowed to continue.
Flachodimos, der kam von Sonnenhof Groß Asbach, dem Drittliga-Absteiger. Den hat man eigentlich nicht so richtig auf dem Schirm, wenn man kein Insider der Liga ist. Aber auch der hat schon im DFB-Pokal, da muss ich gar nicht viel sagen, stark gewirbelt.
Decent ball. Hoots dropping deep there, but giving the ball away cheaply in a dangerous position here.
Foulspiel von Stark geht richtig schön zur Sache in den Zweikämpfen.
Stark.
Janik Stark, der keinen Vertrag bekommen hat.
Foul inside the Kaiserslautern half there, just making sure they don't break away with the ball too quickly there. Knew exactly what he was doing. Professional foul from the Dresden number 5. Dresden with a real good chance there. Sadly, Weihrauch just holding on to the ball for a little too long now as he was breaking through the middle. Exactly what FCK were trying to do there, but stopped in their tracks. Good run here out wide. And brought down right under the nose of the referee. Tuk not happy with the decision, picks up a yellow card for his troubles, but it was a good run there from Vlachodimos. Joined from Asbach. Asbach relegated from the 3rd division just before he decided to make the move to Dresden.
Sortieren musst, 40 Zu- und Abgänge, wenn man alles mitnimmt bei Dynamo Dresden, auch die Jungs, die von der U19 hochgekommen sind. Aber bei Kaiserslautern, Pick, Kühlwetter und Thiele abgegeben, das war schon krass. 37 von 59 Saisontoren haben Goodbye gesagt.
Weihrauch with the free kick. Good bend on that delivery into the box. Chance now for FCK though, lovely ball over the top, but Tuk just not quick enough. Maybe 3 or 4 years ago he might have gone on to the end of that. Quick sprints, not exactly ever part of Tuk's game. Did well to lose his marker though and find that space in the middle. A lovely ball over the top from Chifchi as well. Good pressure here and smart play there.
Gegen Tim Knipping, der zusammen mit Sebastian May, der ihn gerade aufbaut, die neue Innenverteidigung bildet. Kein Yannis Nikolaou mehr da, kein Florian Ballas. Alle abgewandert. Hier gibt es den Ellenbogenschlag an den Hinterkopf von Bachmann.
Bachmann getting tangled up there. Bachmann giving away the free kick in the end.
Gegen den Mittelfeldmann.
Knipping well aware of his surroundings there, just waiting for a slight touch to go down. Good header on there, almost into the path of Diawuzi, who once he gets going leaves most defenders in his shadow. He is that quick. Dresden pick up another free kick.
Aber er ist zuversichtlich fürs neue Jahr. Hat bei uns ja im Interview im Vorfeld bei Annette Sattler gesagt, dass er zu den Top-Mannschaften gehören will, dieser Liga. Das ist schon ein Brett dieses Jahr.
Dafana doing really well to draw the foul there, as he so often does. And now a chance for Dresden to test this Kaiserslautern defense for the first time, really, from a dead ball situation. Both teams have looked lively from open play, but a free kick, perhaps the way to break the deadlock here for the visitors. Well, a bit of a scramble in the box there. FCK do eventually get the ball clear. Back over the top, though. And the second phase of that attack amounts to nothing in the end. Offside the decision. Knipping the player just behind the lines there.
Lusek, der Rückkehrer bei Boris Schommers. Unten am Bildrand sehen wir es noch kurz. Schommers und Lusek, der Außenverteidiger Routinier, der das letzte Mal bei Kaiserslautern 2010, 2011 war.
Lusek rejoining Kaiserslautern, was with them back in 2010, 2011, has now returned. Very experienced player, which is why Boris Schommers was so eager to secure his services for the season. Break on here on this near side. Lusek, 33 years old, but doesn't look like he's going to be stopping anytime soon. Bachmann's ball back into the danger zone there, just not quite accurate enough. A smart play there from Chivchi. Really does possess such fantastic ability on the ball. He's got a few tricks up his sleeve as well, and his distribution is second to none within the Kaiserslautern team. Very often is that link between defense and attack in midfield. Things going through the FCK number 6 more often than not. Well, again, just holding on to the ball a little too long there. Gets away with it, though. Good pressure from Dresden. Won't get the free kick that time, though. There is Poirier, one of the new signings for Boris Schommers. Brought in from KSC on loan. He's got 12 months to show what he can do. Another attempt at a through ball there. Time and time again, FCK looking for that quick transition and then the direct pass along the ground, straight through the middle, trying to carve their way through the defense rather than power their way through, which is nice to see. It's not too often you get, well, nice one-touch football, ball on the ground in the lower divisions of football worldwide, but Germany a little bit different. As we saw last season, what a season that was. I'm sure plenty of you joined us for a number of games. And week on week, the Dritte Liga, as they call it, just kept on delivering right until its last breath. Couldn't ask for a more exciting finish to a season. Here is Diawuzi. Out wide, Weihrauch with the cross. Not a bad delivery time here on the edge of the penalty area. Oh, lovely little through ball, just a little too much mustard on it though. Good idea from Maya. Ball given away again. Kaiserslautern can't afford to do that too often. Diawuzi and Weihrauch linking up yet again. Ball right in front of the face of goal. Back out to Weihrauch. Looking to try and create the space for a cross. We'll get a chance now. Well, it took too long for that. Just gave Chifty far too much time to come in and make that tackle. Dresden will have a corner though.
Flachodimos ist der Einzige, der da am Elfmeterpunkt wartet. Der Rest kommt von hinten bei Dynamo Dresden und der soll auch den Ball bekommen.
And there it is, the breakthrough.
1:0. Dresden.
And it's the new captain. The hometown hero has now become Dresden's hero on match day 1. Breaking the deadlock from close range. It was a little fortunate the way in which the ball came his way, but once he did, well, he was never going to miss, was he? Let's have another look at this here. In towards the near post. Flick on. Comes off the defender. Krause's left knee, I believe. Which then forces the save from Spajic, who doesn't do too badly, but, well, straight into the path of Mai, who had very little to do, but did it anyway. 1-0 up now, Dresden. And what a start for the visitors. What a start to his Dresden career as captain as well, leading by example. Sebastian Mai, the sort of character that welcomes that sort of responsibility, and you can see why.
Mit dem ersten Treffer der Saison 2020-2021. Sebastian Mai.
His first goal for Dresden and the first goal of the third division 2020-2021 season.
Und weiß genau, wie man Tore schießt, dieser Sebastian Mai.
Oh, Kaiserslautern will be a little frustrated having started as well as they did. Certainly with the team looking a little more dangerous going forward, but last few minutes, Dynamo Dresden have just shifted it up a gear and have been rewarded for their efforts as well. Oh, lovely ball. Chance now for Kaiserslautern to get things back on level terms here. Does well to keep it alive. Pulls it back. Fantastic save by Kevin Broll in goal. Had very little time to react to that close range effort. Came at him with real pace. Good work by Schad out wide. And then a hoot. First time of the inside of that right boot. Forcing a spectacular save. Wonderful reactions. There's that pace from Diawuzi. But couldn't, well, cap off a fantastic run. With a decent ball back into the middle. Daffner is busting along to try and get there, but the ball played too far ahead of him in the end. That the perfect example of the pace that Diawuzi possesses. We were talking about just moments ago. Flying past the defender. Here's Diawuzi again. Daffner back to Diawuzi. Chifchi will time his tackle well. And a split second to decide whether or not he should go in for the tackle there or just try and stay close to Diawuzi. Mai has a go on his left foot there from distance. He's full of confidence at the moment, isn't he, the central defender? Not a bad cross, little too close to Spike in the end though. Well, you do have to feel for the Kaiserslautern keeper. Did well to keep what would have been an own goal out, but could do very little about the follow-up from Mike.
Ja, gefährlich. Stark kriegt keine Kontrolle auf den Ball. Zug, der kann mit dem Ball umgehen, auf engem Raum.
Here's Diawuzi again.
Diawuzi, der hier jetzt immer auffälliger wird.
Weihrauch manages to stay on side. Deep cross towards Daphne at the back post, put out of play for a corner.
Die Dresdner ziehen sich eine Standardsituation nach der nächsten.
And Dresden really are racking up the dead ball situations here. Corners, free kicks, all going their way at the moment. Last corner resulted in that opening goal.
Aber es erklärt sich ja von selbst, dass diese aktuell aufgrund von Corona keine gute Alternative ist und deswegen mussten die Fans des ersten FC Kaiserslautern hier
Weihrauch and Maya standing over the ball, having gone all the way over to the corner. Weihrauch then leaving it to Maya. Good save by Spike, or good catch should I say.
Den Oberschenkelabklatscher von seinem eigenen Mitspieler von Kraus, den hat er schon noch unter Kontrolle bekommen. Aber den Mai, den hat er nicht auf der Rechnung.
Halfway through this first 45, and after a good start for FCK, just a little bit of sloppiness coming into their game at the moment, especially when in their own half. Far too many stray passes for Boris Schommer's liking, I'm sure. Advantage played. Amounts to nothing though, and Dresden come away with it. Diawuzi wants the ball out wide, will get it. Chifchi there with him, but Diawuzi can't keep the ball in play. Well, Diawuzi picking up a yellow card there for time wasting. Strange when it's only 24 minutes into the game. Dresden, yes, they're 1-0 up, but still plenty of football to be played. I'm not sure time wasting is called for this early into the game. And a little bit of back and forth between Diawuzi and Chifchi there.
Kann man so machen, ist streng ausgelegt, aber immerhin unterbindet der Schiedsrichter damit auch, dass man weitere solcher Spirenzchen sieht.
But then there's that stray ball again, but Dresden return the favour. Can Kaiserslautern take advantage of it? Here is Poirier. Poirier does well out wide to create the space for the cross, but then the cross just didn't quite match the move before it. There's another look at that Hoot chance and Brol save. What a reply that would have been from the Reds. Spike giving the ball away.
Da war sein Mitspieler Carlos Sickinger in die falsche Richtung unterwegs. Sickinger, der Unglücksrabe vom Pokalspiel gegen Regensburg.
Oh, Kaiserslautern need to find a way to be a little bit more secure in possession. Otherwise it's going to cost them, you feel. The likes of Dresden can be absolutely clinical when given the opportunity. They showed that in the DFB Pokal against Hamburg. But it's not like FCK aren't being given the space to work with. They're just not quite using it at the moment. There again, better ball needed to really keep the pressure on. And just when you feel like Kaiserslautern are starting to find a little bit of rhythm, and those mistakes start to creep in again. Dresden a little slower to get going, but certainly looking far more solid and secure when in possession. Not to say that they haven't given the ball away on a handful of occasions themselves, but certainly just looking a little more promising when they're on the ball than Kaiserslautern at the moment. There's Mai to Knipping. Knipping getting away with that one. Really have been a few risky passes already in this first half on both sides of the pitch. It's the only game in the third division today. The majority of them all being played tomorrow, of course. Not a bad way to get the party started here, and both teams certainly have delivered so far. Good coverage there from Kraus.
Und Kaiserslautern muss sich schon in der eigenen Hälfte einiges diktieren lassen hier von Dynamo
This
Dresden.
is better from FCK. Dresden forced to just step back a little now.
Machen sie stark. Die Gäste sehr
Slowly but surely playing their way forward, but Dresden staying very compact. Positional play has been outstanding even when not on the ball. Very nearly winning the ball back again inside FCK's half. And Rida not too happy. And I don't think it was to do with the foul. I think that was directed more towards his teammates. Looking for an outlet and just couldn't see anyone making that effort to make themselves available there, and just letting his teammates know that they're going to have to do better in that department.
Robin Becker geht dazwischen. Auf der rechten Außenverteidigerposition gesetzt. Oh, da sehen wir Marlon Ritter. Auf den hoffen natürlich die Fans von Kaiserslautern, der Neuzugang von Paderborn.
There is Ritter, the new man from Paderborn. Sure, a few of the Kaiserslautern fans here in the stadium this afternoon. Can't wait to see him in action. Could that be today? You wouldn't be surprised. Marlon Ritter, the attacking midfielder. Certainly knows how to find the back of the net, and Kaiserslautern could do with a goal at the moment. But it's still a little early to be hitting the panic button, that's for sure. You feel there are still goals in this first half, and it's hard to tell what end of the pitch they will fall, even if Dresden are just slightly ahead when it comes to holding on to the ball and creating chances.
Kaiserslautern müsste das Spiel verlagern auf die rechte Außenbahn. Da wartet auch Dominik Schad, aber der Weg ist aktuell weit. Vielleicht geht's mal.
Decent ball out wide. There is Lušek.
Dresden nach wie vor
Back to Civci.
perfekt abgestimmt. Also diese 5 Wochen Vorbereitung scheinen sich schon sehr gut gefestigt zu haben in der Mannschaft von Markus Kauzinski. Immer mal wieder rutschen Spieler übrigens weg hier auf dem Rasen.
Seen a number of players struggle to stay on their feet here. A lot of slips and falls. It's one of those games as well where you do feel like a mistake could lead to the next goal rather than fantastic passing and play in general. Might be mistaken. No! What an effort that was. An absolute rocket. The number 21 took there, deciding to pull the trigger, and wasn't too far away from finding the target. Kevin Brohl scrambling to get across. He certainly wasn't too confident about that missing. One back again. And Vlachodimos giving away the free kick with a foul on Shad. Just over half an hour gone. Dresden lead by a goal to nil here. Chivchi with the delivery. Header away. Weihrauch waiting for support. Good play by Vlachodimos, but Chivchi putting in the tackle and applauded by the fans. Arguably being Kaiserslautern's best player so far in this first half. Maya unable to keep the ball in play there. It's the first meeting between these two sides in the third division anyway. They have played each other in the second and in the cup in previous years, but never in Germany's third flight.
Tja, und Sebastian May, der musste nichts einleiten, der musste lauern, Näschen beweisen. Und macht im zweiten Pflichtspiel sein zweites Tor als Innenverteidiger für Dynamo Dresden. Meine erste Reaktion, als ich gehört habe, der wird
always has such great awareness of his surroundings on the ball.
Schwierige Saison in Halle gehabt. Natürlich hat er einiges drauf, aber das ist mutig.
It's going to be instrumental to Kaiserslautern's season. So vitally important that they managed to keep him fit. One of those players you struggle to replace if you do lose him to injury or anything of that sort. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Or at least it didn't look like it. Poirier certainly didn't feel like there was anything wrong with it, but Dresden get away with it.
10 Minuten noch in Halbzeit 1. Es ist ein sehr intensives Spiel, mit Sicherheit auch mit zwei Teams, die
well, although it has been a little bit scrappy at times, has been a very entertaining first game of the season, this. Intensity extremely high from both sets of players as Poirier does very well out on that far side, still on the ball here. Oh, and then the delivery just not matching the hard work. That was all part of the build-up to that. Did ever so well, perhaps just running out of steam a little. Had options. Just couldn't get it past Knipping in the end. A strong play from Diawuzi. Well, Dresden have just gone a little quiet here as we head towards the final stages of this first half. Kaiserslautern looking to finish strong. An equaliser would certainly set them up very nicely indeed for the second 45. As they come forward with another wave of attack here. Delivery. Unable to find a teammate and then picked off in a very dangerous position here. Vlachodimos cuts back inside. Can he hold on to it? Yep. Just about. 1-2 with Will. And that should be a Dresden throw. Now it's gone Kaiserslautern's way.
Wo es keinen Grund zum Pfiff gab. Hier sehen wir übrigens Philipp Hosina, der richtig was auf dem Kasten hat. War ja
Philipp Hosina there on the bench.
28 Spiele jetzt festhalten, 19 Tore in Liga 3. Hat ja auch schon einige Zweitligaspiele auf dem Buckel. Also der ist auch
Here come Kaiserslautern.
Kaiserslautern wird etwas stärker.
Poor delivery from Hlušek. Diawuzi showing off those tricky feet of his as well. Brought down by Rida. Collision with Çiftçi there, and it looks like it's Çiftçi's come off worse here.
Und sie haben auch mehr Spielanteile, mehr kontrollierten Ball in der gegnerischen Hälfte. Dafür hat Dresden das Umschaltspiel nach Ballgewinn in der eigenen Hälfte.
Boris Schomas, the man in charge of FCK.
So, Rida sagt, sorry. Diawuzi sagt, ist okay. Freistoß, Dynamo. Überragend Markus Kauzinski in der Pressekonferenz, das muss ich noch erzählen. Er wurde konfrontiert mit dieser Umfrage bei den Trainern der Liga vom DFB, wer steigt denn jetzt auf? Und der Top-Favorit war natürlich Dynamo Dresden mit 16 Trainern und er sagte nur, pups, trocken, 16 nur. Was war denn mit den anderen 4? Richtig abgezockte Reaktion von Markus Kauzinski. Warum denn nicht alle 20 Trainer gesagt haben, Dynamo Dresden. Und das zeigt auch,
Sebastian May here
und professionell
launches the ball forward.
den du natürlich hast als Absteiger aus der zweiten Fußball-Bundesliga.
Duffner back to Diawuzi. Here's Will on the edge of the penalty area. He goes for the long distance effort as well. Trying to keep it hard and low, looking for that bottom corner. Well wide in the end though. Spice happy to watch that one just bobble over the touchline. And out for a goal kick. Well, referee thought about playing advantage there. In the end, deciding against it, Martin Thompson, the man in charge of proceedings here this afternoon. Çiftçi out wide to Hlušek. Poor first touch there from Rida. And Çiftçi forced to just try and find a way over the top. This might not work out too well for Kaiserslautern, but then ball brought back for a free kick, which will go the Reds' way. Duffner, the guilty party, according to Martin Thompson there. And a closer look at it here. Well, contact was there. Sickinger making a bit of a meal of it, but it was enough to convince the referee.
Müssen sie auf Dauer nutzen, wenn sich nicht die alte Fußballregel dann wieder bewahrheiten soll. Wenn du diese Sachen nicht ausnutzt, dann stehst du am Ende nur mit einem Punkt oder mit keinem da.
Well, we have seen Dresden just sort of take their foot off the pedal a little bit, but tactically so. You can see the counter-attacking opportunities far more prevalent since going 1-0 up. They're just concentrating on their positional play, sitting a little deeper, keeping things nice and compact, and looking to really break on the counter if and when possible. Need to work on that final ball in the final third a little more. Need to become a little bit more efficient in that department, but you can see the idea behind the way they're going about their business here.
Mit seinen 23 Jahren muss sehr viel Verantwortung schultern beim FCK. Boris Schommer sagt, es geht nicht ums Alter, es geht darum, wie geht der Spieler mit Drucksituationen um. Und das hat ihn nach seiner Ankunft beim ersten FC Kaiserslautern bei
a thorn in the side of Hlušek there, but the veteran left back does well under the pressure.
In der letzten Saison, zumindest ab dem 15. Spieltag, und ist es auch geblieben in der neuen Saison. Cevci.
Ball to Sikinger, another one of the veterans. One of the plus 30s in this Kaiserslautern side. And oh no, Wild, who's already got a yellow card, is going to pick up a second here for that handball. And the perfect start to the season for Dresden. All of a sudden, not looking so perfect anymore. Martin Thompson wasting no time in blowing the whistle, and once he did, well, there was only one reaction to the situation he could deliver. And that was a second yellow card for Wild. Well, that's just silly. Not quite sure what he was thinking there, and then the hand behind the back is the always obvious giveaway. Paul Wild, who was so good in that DFB Pokal game against Hamburger SV, has now handed Kaiserslautern a way back into this game, now with the extra man. A free kick in a decent position just before half-time as well. Can they take advantage? It's Poirier. We'll run over it. Cevci! What a save from Broll. Kevin Broll with a stunning stop there. Did ever so well to get down and get a stiff right arm behind that ball. Stop it from finding that bottom left corner, bottom right from his perspective. Well, funnily enough, Dresden probably won't change too much with the way they were playing, especially final 20 minutes of this first half. You could see they were sitting a little deeper, playing a little bit more defensive, a little bit less risk going forward. They're going to have to keep that going here. It's going to be counter-attacking football for the next 45 for the visitors, that's for sure. Now a man down. Advantage played. I was going to take a special ball to find a way through the middle and to the feet of Diawuzi there. Sikinger. Well, that is smart defending from Knipping there. Great awareness from the defender to just allow the ball to run out of play. Here's another look at that free kick from Cevci, and wonderful save from Kevin Broll. Half a minute of stoppage time still to be played, just the 1 minute added on. Kaiserslautern looking to find an equalizer right at the death of this first half, but they will run out of time. However, they've got plenty to build on, especially after that second yellow and sending off for the Dresden player Will. An entertaining first half and a wonderful start to the new season, especially for that man, a new captain, leading by example in the 18th minute. Sebastian May heading in from close range, and then in the 43rd minute, well, Dresden all of a sudden with a little bit more to think about than they would have liked. Paul Wild being shown a second yellow card for a obvious handball. So it could be a tough second half for Dresden. Kaiserslautern now with a chance to get themselves back in it on match day 1. The second 45 is just around the corner. Make sure you join us. So, a warm welcome back. It's been a fantastic welcome back to Dresden for Sebastian May. What an entertaining first half. The third division of German football, ticking all the boxes here in this opening game of the season. It's had a little bit of everything. A debut goal for the new Dresden captain on his return to his hometown, or hometown team. And then the 2 yellow cards resulting in the sending off of Dynamo Dresden's Paul Will just before the half-time whistle as well. Now, what kind of a reaction will that conjure up from the home side? Certainly giving the fans a little bit more belief in a turnaround here. And I'm sure Kaiserslautern will be well aware of the opportunity that has presented itself to them as a result of that Paul Will sending off. Kevin Brawl, the Dresden keeper, with a handful of fantastic stops in the first 45. And there we see the away fan section behind him. Not quite at full capacity, but the fact that there are some fans allowed into the stadium for this game really has made a huge difference to the atmosphere already. And the plans are to slowly but surely keep allowing more and more fans in for games. And eventually reaching full capacity. When that will happen, well, still a little up in the air. Health and safety has to always come first, of course. And German football, one of the leaders in showing how it's done. Just under 5,000 fans in the stadium for this game. And German football hoping to get closer to around the 10,000 mark. As safely as possible, of course. Schad unable to hold on to the ball there. Just losing his balance. Handing Dresden the throw deep in their own half here. Decent header into the path of Weihrauch. Who has Diawuzi with him. And apart from Diawuzi, only Daphne, the other option up front. So Weihrauch rather cleverly deciding to hold on to possession rather than try and create something going forward, and more likely than not give the ball away. It's going to require a real shift from these 10 Dresden players here in the second half. Of course, Markus Kauczynski does have a few options on the bench in the form of Ritter, Scholz, Herger, just to name a few. Ritter probably the standout player on the bench, Marlon Ritter, for Kaiserslautern, excuse me. Dresden though with Hosiner and Vigas. Also options for them should they need some fresh legs, and you feel that they might as we head towards the end of this second half. What an accomplishment it would be for the visitors though if they can hold on to their lead, secure all 3 points. It's going to be a tough test. Daphne doing really well. That's exactly what he's going to have to keep on producing in this second half. Try and just hold up the ball as much as he can, draw the foul, give Dresden a chance to not only have a breather, but with a dead ball situation, it allows you to bring players forward a lot more risk-free than in open play. And if they can get a second, well, you do feel it's going to come from a free kick rather than anything else, simply because they have that one less player out on the pitch at their disposal. Weihrauch with the delivery. Well, they will have a corner. There is the captain and goal scorer, Sebastian May. What a start to his second round of a Dresden career. Having been with them at youth level. Born in Dresden as well. Off the line from Schad. Daphna's header, I believe. Danger not over yet, though. Well, only Daphna really available in the box for that second delivery. But what a clearance off the line from Schad, and that is why you have a player on one of the posts, if not both of them. Well, tackles flying in now in the centre circle. And the advantage had been played, will be brought back now. Once the advantage amounted to nothing. Well, was actually knipping with the header. Did ever so well to muscle his way into some free space there, and thought he'd probably found the back of the net and Dresden's second. But Schad in the right place at the right time. Well, things are picking up where they left off here at the start of this second half. A lively encounter with 100% effort from both sides. Hood's header off target in the end. Mid-air collision there. Schad back on his feet though. Keeping his team in this game with that goal line clearance. Now Schad with the run out wide, but it was a cheeky ball back inside there from Bachmann, very nearly coming off. Poirier positioned very well, but ball just bobbling away ahead of him. Bit of space here for Weihrauch now. Still Weihrauch, lovely layoff. Wow, fantastic block and a vital one from Sickinger. Because Vlachodimos really put his boot through that one. Weihrauch with a wonderful run through the middle. Could have shifted it out wide, but in the end decided to stay central. And Dresden with 10 men playing ever so well here at the start of this second half. Could easily be 2-0 up. As that cross finds the side netting. Goal kick to the home side, Kaiserslautern. Another lovely run here from Weihrauch. Kaiserslautern struggling to get the ball off him at the moment. Dresden, number 10, really leading the charge here. And so far in this second half, you wouldn't be able to tell that Kaiserslautern have an extra player. I suppose the real question is how long can Dresden keep it up for, though? Sooner or later, you do run out of fuel. But it's another dead ball situation here for the visitors. Another chance to double their lead. Sebastian May standing over the ball. Weihrauch and Bayer there with him. Bayer now stepping away. It looks like it is going to be May to take this. Well, May going for goal from there. A little bit ambitious from the Dresden captain. Kaiserslautern now with a chance to break and break quickly. Here's Hlušek. Hlušek again. In comes the ball. Just a little too close to Kevin Brohl, though. Better cross needed there from the left back. Boris Schommers. Now, as this second half unfolds, more and more space will become available to FCK here. You feel it's important for them not to try and push too hard. They do still have time on their side. Patient build-up play, the name of the game at this stage anyway. Bachmann and Knipping coming together. Bachmann will go into the book for his troubles. Kevin Brohl. Oh, dangerous challenge there, but play allowed to continue. Hopeful ball over the top. Poirier doing his best to try and find a way to the ball, and in the end he's penalised for trying too hard, it would seem. Not quite sure what else the FCK striker could have done. Oh, yeah, there was that left arm up around the neck of Knipping there. Well spotted. So it looks like Zuk will be coming off here. And it is time. For Skarlatidis, the number 10, to come on and try and make a difference. Managed to find the back of the net last season on a number of occasions. They're going to need the same again this time round from their number 10. Well, FCK felt they should have had a goal kick there, but the whistle never came. And Dresden now can keep them pinned back in their own half here. Diawuzi. Bayer. Looking for Dafana. Diawuzi goes down. He wants a penalty. Felt like he was tugged to ground there. Good distribution there from Chivchi. Shard with the layoff. Kraus on the ball now. Dresden playing almost with a 5-3-1 at the moment. Defender leading the line. 5 at the back, looking to hold on to this slender lead. And as the time ticks away, Kaiserslautern looking a little more in control, a little more dangerous going forward. Taking their time with it, but as long as they get there in the end, I'm sure Boris Schomas won't be too upset about it. Kraus, away to Schad. Dresden putting a lot of energy into their positional play, looking to close down if and when possible. And then looking to really crowd the edge of their penalty area. Rieder. Luszek, now Chivchi. This is better from FCK. Sebastian May with the header, but I think he came together with Knipping there. Clash of heads there for the two Dresden central defenders. As is always the case with head injuries, referee bringing a stop to play. Doesn't look like Knipping's going to need medical attention. Bachmann fairly gives the ball back to Dresden. They put the ball out of play there. Kevin Brawl taking his time with the clearance, much to the despair of the 4,150 Kaiserslautern fans in attendance here today. Oh, lovely play there from Vlachodimos. Now, Kaiserslautern have some space to work with here. Luszek, the 33-year-old, powering forward. Well, just one touch too many in the end. As Stark runs the ball to safety, but then gives it straight back to Kaiserslautern. Chivchi with the ball back inside to Luszek, who I don't think was expecting it really. And now Chivchi down. Holding on to that right foot of his. Doesn't look like it was too serious though. Just caught the top of that right boot there. Not spotted though by the referee. So Dresden with the throw. Long one down the line for Daffner, just a little too far ahead of him. It's going to be a difficult second half for Daffner, who didn't have too much of the ball or see too much of it in the first 45. And with Dresden a player down, you feel it's going to be even less for him to work with here in this second half. Diawuzi does well to keep the ball in play. Mai fakes the clearance, instead brings Stark into play. Diawuzi then losing his footing, but manages to come away with the throw. Well, looks like it is time for the man on loan from Paderborn to come on and try and make a difference. Marlon Ritter being readied on the sideline. Decent layoff. Chance here perhaps for Kaiserslautern. Poirier runs into trouble but hangs on to the ball. Not a bad shot, and another good save from the Dresden keeper. Not too sure whether or not that was on target, but it was close enough for Kevin Brault to make the stop. I tell you what, that was heading for the bottom corner. Better look at it here. And that might have just gone in off the post. Good save again from Brault. Not for the first time. Has kept his side in the lead here. Well, Marlon Ritter will be coming on for Bachmann. So, welcome to Germany's third division. Marlon Ritter out to make his debut here on match day 1. Well, they did bring him in for his creative capabilities as well as his ball distribution and finding the back of the net. It's the latter they'll be hoping for here. Well, flag goes up there against Vlachodimos, who looked a little bit bewildered by the decision. That was a close one. He certainly thought he was just on. Well spotted there from Mike. Not taking any chances either. Kaiserslautern struggling to create any real goal-scoring opportunities. Of course, with Dresden somewhat parking the bus now in the way they've set their side up. It's always going to be more difficult to find that breakthrough, but Kaiserslautern almost lacking any real ideas, it would seem. Pretty much everything going through the middle, and with Dresden playing now with 5 at the back and 3 in front of them, you feel that Kaiserslautern's best way back into this game would be over the wings, try and stretch Dresden a little bit, and with the likes of Poirier and Hoots, they have 2 front men who are good in the air, big, strong as well. Something they need to perhaps try and take advantage of a little more, because they've found very little success down the middle. Mai picks out Bayer. Oh, lovely stuff from Bayer. Perhaps one trick too many. Poirier gets a little fortunate. Sebastian Mai. Now Weihrauch can take his time here. Weihrauch has been outstanding in the second half. Chivchi out wide to Hlušek. A 1-2. Manages to get the cross in. Almost laid up beautifully for Ritter there. A little bit more pace on it, and defender might not have been able to get there before the new man. Bit of a soft call, but Diawuzi really doesn't need to be making any contact there. Kaiserslautern now with a chance to get one of those crosses in that we were just talking about a few moments ago. Better delivery needed though. Just not enough height on that to get past the first defender. Chivchi, 20 minutes left for Kaiserslautern to try and take advantage of the extra man, get back into this. Dresden doing ever so well. Mai with the header away. Chivchi again. This time does float one into the box, but Poirier backing away. Slight misunderstanding between the two. Of course, they have the rest of the season to allow that relationship out on the pitch to blossom. Will only improve with every kick of the ball, that's for sure. Still early days, and it'd be silly to say that a win or a loss here today could be season defining. However, so important for teams to get off to a good start. Dresden certainly have in the domestic cup competition, looking to do the same in the league now. And Kaiserslautern now with a free kick in a very, very good position indeed. Poirier quickly snatching the ball. Looks like he wants to take it. Silly free kick to give away from Vlachodimos. Push in the back of Skarlatidis there. Oh, this is a fantastic spot for a free kick. Nice and central. Gives you the option of going either way and keeping the goalie guessing. Kevin Brawl has been called into action on a number of occasions already. Has pulled out some fantastic saves. He might need another. Into the wall from Ritter. Second chance, up and over. Well, medical attention being called out onto the pitch here. Get the feeling that he might have taken that straight to the face there. Daffner, the striker. Right on the button. Credit to him, he did stay on his feet until the ball was out of play. Shows the commitment from these Dresden players to the cause here this afternoon. Or early evening now. Painful, but important block from the Dresden frontman. Looks like he's going to be all right. 19-year-old Königsdorfer. Looks like he's going to be coming on. Another player with bags of pace. High hopes for the youngster here at Dynamo Dresden. Now the visitors with a free kick now. Kaiserslautern players not happy with the decision. And a little bit of afters here as well. Scarlatidis looking to get the Dynamo man back on his feet as quickly as possible. The time running out, you can understand. So a bit of speed for speed for Dynamo Dresden. Diawuzi is gone a little quiet in this second half, of course. Always stands out when powering forward with the ball, but Dynamo Dresden unable to do that quite as much in the second 45, which is why Königsdorfer will come on to replace him. Some fresh legs there. Plenty of energy for the youngster to try and help Dresden hold on to this slender 1-0 lead. Weihrauch doing ever so well yet again. Kaiserslautern yet to find a way to get him off the ball, or the ball off him. Good play from Bayer as well to win the throw deep inside the FCK half. Weihrauch with the delivery. It's not a bad one either. Kaiserslautern unable to deal with it. Königsdorfer gets his first touch on the ball. Bayer. Good tackle. Clearance will find Poirier, and then Weihrauch comes flying in. Picks up a yellow card. Quick to apologise as well, so credit to the Dresden number 10. Knew exactly what he was doing there, though. Yellow card, both he and his manager Markus Kauczynski won't be too bothered about, I'm sure. Scarlatidis puts in the cross. Knipping could have done with a shout from his keeper there. Not taking any chances. Heads the ball out of play for a Reds throw. Chifchi to Ritter. Poirier can't control the ball. Another chance for Kaiserslautern here though. Chifchi with the cross, picked up by Schad. Just too much whip on that one. We'll have another chance. Chifchi. Header comes back out. Ritter with the audacious efforts on the half volley. Just can't quite find the contact he was hoping for. And then Vlachodimos brought down. Yeah, exactly what he was doing. Gets himself in front of Poirier there and was always going to go down. Well, I'll tell you what, if Dresden can get this over the finish line, 3 points will feel like 6. Fantastic performance from them so far. Being forced into a corner with regards of how they've had to play the second half, but they've stuck to the game plan. Given absolutely everything to it. Each and every player putting 100%, if not more, into their performance. Which is why they find themselves still ahead and edging closer to victory. Shard trying to find Poirier. Poirier does well. Shard, header away from Mai. Well, it's going to be a nervy finish for Dresden. Equally as nervy for the Kaiserslautern fans as well, I'm sure. Shot from distance, Mai with the clearance as well, took a slight deflection on its way in. That will be a goal kick. And look what each and every bit of effort, each and every block means to these Dresden players. Another substitution being prepared. It's going to be Stor coming on. And Daphne will come off. Offensively, not too much to shout about, but he certainly put himself about and played his part. Very much a team performance rather than standout individuals for Dynamo Dresden. And you could argue that's probably the biggest strength of their game and general play. Chifchi just about getting away with that one. Rieder. Less than 10 minutes to go here. FCK running out of time. Now perhaps the opportunity. Mai sticks a leg out, just about gets it clear, and again. Scramble in the box here! And what an opportunity for the Scarlatides from close range. Just couldn't wrap that right leg around. And that find the target, puts it wide. Well, really needs to be doing better than there. Better than that. Bayer probably doing just enough to put him off. Went off balance when he took the shot on. Rieder. Rieder and Chifchi. Time and again, those two players on the ball looking to try and open up this Dresden defence somehow, some way. One back well by Rieder there. Poirier. Shot. Shot from distance. Marlon Ritter. Königsdörfer. Is it quick on the ball, looking for the ball back here. Königsdörfer. Well, Storr with a slightly better pass. Could have handed the young man, Königsdörfer, a chance to put this game to bed. What a chance that was for Dresden. Shot. In comes the cross. Weihrauch with the clearance. Dresden doing everything they can to hold on to this. Nail-biting finish for both sets of fans here. Pure entertainment for the neutral. Bayer. Clearance only as far as Rieder, who took on the difficult half volley. Just slicing across it with that right boot, always travelling away from goal in the end. Poirier. Well, offside. Elias Hood thought he was through on goal there, but I think the replay will show, well, just leaning into an offside position. Rieder has come off for these final few minutes. And Schultz will come on. So the referee showing a yellow card, and I think it was to Schultz for not being ready to come on in time. So before even kicking a ball, Schultz with a yellow card. Not exactly the introduction to the game he was hoping for. Well, Storr goes down looking for a free kick, but the whistle indicating offside instead. It's all just a little too slow, a little too just without any real plan or ideas here from Kaiserslautern, you feel. Just constantly handing the ball to Chifchi and hoping that he comes up with a wonder pass or wonder cross. I'm afraid it's going to take a bit more than that from FCK as Dresden look to eat up a few more seconds with another substitution. Weihrauch. Solid performance from him, especially in the second half. And Hartmann on to replace him as Markus Karczynski looks to set up shop and try and hang on to this one-goal lead. Can see Hartmann already sitting a whole lot deeper, just in front of that back line, adding one more body to get past for Kaiserslautern. Sebastian May with the deflection there. Didn't know a lot about it, but thankful that it just bobbled straight into the hands of his keeper, Kevin Brohl. It does well back inside to Chivchi, who has space to work with here. Chivchi, wow, goes for a goal himself there. Vlachodimos looks to get rid of the ball, but it comes straight back. And then Hartmann gives away a silly free kick. Quite sure why he's trying to make that tackle. No need for it really. Just try and keep the pressure on Scarlatidis there. Stay nice and close. Force the error. Instead, he's given the home side a chance of finding an equaliser here. Scarlatidis with the option of swinging the ball into the danger zone, or perhaps even going for goal himself here. Just the one-man wall. And plenty of space to work with on that near corner. Well, in the end, it was neither, really. But then the golden opportunity for Lušek, a free header as well. Almost had too much time to think about that one. Does well to move away from his marker at the near post. Really should be doing better than that. At least finding the target, forcing a save. Sensational discipline and organisation from Markus Kauczynski's side, as it looks like they might have just done enough to hold on here. They've got another corner to defend though, and as we found out last season, it is never over until it's over in the German third division. Expect late drama, expect late goals, expect the unexpected in this league. Scarlatidis. Decent cross. That one just bobbling past the right post. Dresden furious with the decision that has handed Kaiserslautern another corner. Scarlatidis not quite there with his second delivery. First was far better. Chivchi. Clearance at the near post. Scarlatidis puts it back in. Chance for Lušek. And he hammers it into his own player. Not quite sure who exactly was in his way. It was Elias who tried to get out of the way but couldn't. And that just sums up Kaiserslautern's evening. Lovely control there from Königsdorfer. Do FCK have one last chance here? Stor. Very nearly getting through there. Last-ditch challenge there to win the ball back. FCK Just flinging the ball forward, trying to get it into the box. And Skalatidis with the shot on goal. The block and deflection taking all the pace and power off of it. In the end, it's an easy catch for Kevin Brot. And Marcus Karczynski can't wait for that final whistle. And there it is. What a second half display from Marcus Karczynski and Dynamo Dresden. And just look what it means to them as well. 3 points to kick off their season. 3 points on the road. The new arrival and brand new captain for the season, Sebastian May, with the only goal of the game. And that one coming in the 18th minute of the first half. And, well, it looked like everything was going to plan. Then Paulville sent off just before the break, and you felt, well, that is Kaiserslautern's ticket back into the game. But no, Dynamo Dresden had other plans and showed that they're not just about scoring goals. They can put in a shift defensively as well. And put in a shift they did. Second 45, Kaiserslautern struggled to find a way through a crowded Dresden defence. A resilient Dresden defence. A Dresden defence that has bagged them all 3 points here this evening. What a start to the third division. We hope you have enjoyed it as much as I have. A wonderful way to get the season going. Let's hope for more of the same as Matchday 1 continues tomorrow. Until then, take care and have a good one.